Just overall, how has fall camp been? Just the last
Man,
couple of weeks.
fall camp has been going great, man. I couldn't be more pleased with how hard the guys are working and the work they put in, the investment they made prior to getting to the moment of fall camp. You know, the off-season work they did with Smitty. You can tell their body tells a story of that. Um, we have only one guy now that's under 300 pounds at defensive tackle, and when I first got here, you know, we had only one 300 pounder. So we flipped the script on that, man, and just put the work in. And this is Dom Williams on his second year here now, and Jaden Jackson on his second year here, David Stone on his second year here. So there's more familiarity with it, more familiar with the scheme. And so they're of course getting better, and the chemistry's there. So I couldn't be more pleased with the way they came in and they're ready to work.
You mentioned so many guys being back their second year, Dom, Jaden, Grayson. Just how much have you seen that continuity really build this fall camp?
Well, man, I believe that before you can be unblockable or unstoppable, you got to be inseparable, and you got to build that chemistry and that camaraderie. And so those guys, they go out to eat together all the time, and they spend, it's an acronym for team, together even after meetings. And they're together even after meetings. They're putting in the time together, and they know each other. So they fight harder for one another, and they understand the scheme better. And they not only now know what they're doing, they know why they're doing it, they know when we're going to do it, and they're working through that as a mindset of a coach. So that's been great to see. It's been great to see Marcus Strong come along too. Finally, getting everything going for him getting to the weight he needed to be, and just understanding the scheme. Been through some injuries and things like that, little hardships, and see how he fought adversity and ready to go when he got back. Just day one, step in, plug and play, can execute the scheme. And so I'm pleased with it, man. And Don Williams' leadership has just been, through the roof, and not just for our group, but for our whole team. And he's about the right things, but he really turned it up a notch. And so I'm excited to see that all come to fruition this season. All these guys, the work they're putting in, they're going to get the results they want.
Coach Bates, you recruit, bringing your whole family involved in it. Your guys get to know your family. Then as the season goes along, they're always around you and your girls and your family and everything else. Talk about that and how that benefits your group and your football team, that you and Miguel and so many coaches do that.
Well, man, that's our culture here. We have a family atmosphere. It's a championship environment, but a family atmosphere. And you want to show young men, what it's like to be a father, your hat, man, that you wear. And, you want that environment. You want to teach them the way you teach your kids and show them what that looks like, so that one day they can pass that on to their kids. But, man, that's been great in the recruits. That's not just a recruiting tactic, man. We live it. We're going on a decade together as a staff, Coach Miguel and Coach V and myself. Coach Hall, I was with him at Jacksonville State. So I know these guys intimately. So they're like family too. So we bring our family around, man. Our families know each other, and they hang together, and they go to birthday parties and over each other's house. So it's just a natural thing, man, whenever it's real. And I'll tell you, it's real here.
Coach, you mentioned at the coaches' luncheon that you really thought that David Stone was close to a breakout. What's he done this month to kind of continue to get close to that?
He's just continued, man. Been a model of consistency, and the work he's put in. Your work, it'll show up and follow you like a shadow, man. It's whatever you do, your lack thereof, it's going to show. If you put it in, it's going to show. And he's putting it in like a coach. Like, I bet right now I'm doing this interview, he's going to be upstairs waiting on me in a second, wanting to watch tape. And then they got a 3:30 meeting to go to. So he does not take that downtime to go and take a nap like a regular player would. He wants to know right then, and he wants some feedback right then on, Coach, what am I doing wrong? Did you see what I do right? And he's asking for it. He's really craving coaching, man, and understanding. And he's actually the smartest player in the room.
You mentioned Don Williams a little bit earlier. His second year in the system, we've heard a lot just about his leadership, taking a step forward. But for you, what are maybe the biggest differences from him a year ago to this
Man,
point?
just he set out, you set a goal every day, every year you set goals for yourself, and the things that you need to improve on. And his was vocal leadership and his pass rush ability, and just being more of a vertical player, getting up the field a little bit and jumping the ball, and he's done those things. And I mean, he attacked it day one to day right now, since the last second, ticked off the clock of the season. He's been about it, been very intentional about, pouring into the young Trent Wilsons of the room and making sure that they know what to expect and that they meet the standard. And he holds it up here. He was already a leader by example, man. The Lord showed him how to use his voice this offseason. It's been amazing to see.
It seemed like when you guys got here, one of the main, priorities was to get this D-line to be SEC ready. Can you talk about just that process and where it is now versus where it was when you guys first came here?
Well, man, I tell you, like I said earlier, we had only one 300-pounder in the room, and I believe I was the heaviest in the room when I first got here. Well, that ain't the case anymore. We got Jaden Jackson and Dom Williams, both of them well over 320, 325, 330-ish even, and, guys that carry it well. And, but I know all about those trenches, having played in the SEC. I played at Alabama, and just remember week in and week out the physicality that it takes, and that's a demand, and either you meet that demand or you get exposed. And if you're ready for that moment, you gain exposure, and that's what we've been doing since day one, just building, stacking days, and getting our guys right. Smitty, we couldn't do it without him. Couldn't do it without Coach V putting the right emphasis on it every day, and then you got to give these guys credit. You give them a direction. All right, you set a plan out for them, man, and they follow it to a T. And I'm just very pleased with that group.